perfect. I'm just giggling to myself because it's absolutely spot on. So welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Yorkshire Dales. Something a bit different today. If you've discovered my channel recently, you'd be forgiven for thinking that all I do is long distance walks and challenges. And for the last 3 or 4 weeks or so, that's been pretty much it. So I've been desperate to get out and do a wild camp. I completed the lightweight walk last week, 40 miles, all in one go. And as much as I enjoyed it, I was absolutely shattered. So I didn't want to come somewhere that was too far. I didn't want a long drive. And my original plan was to go on top of a hill, but the weather forecast is a little bit changeable. And when I checked the Mountain Weather Information Service, it was forecasting winds of over 35 miles an hour. Now I'm in the crisp packet tonight, and I didn't fancy being blown all over North Yorkshire. So I switched my plans up. I've got a relatively short walk. It's not going to tax me too much. The scenery is absolutely top notch. I'm not going particularly high. And I've got a water source as well. It's ticking a lot of boxes for me. And as you might have seen, I've got a little bit of new kit to test out. So this is the Agnes Pack Pulse 50. I've been enjoying using my Osprey 65 litre pack, but I'm honest, it's a lot heavier and it's a lot less comfy. Whereas this, with all the attachment, is around about 6.5 to 700 grams. Big weight saving. I'm not a gram whiny, as someone referred to me as, but where I'm happy to sacrifice a little bit of weight, don't really want to sacrifice that much comfort. So it's trying to find that fine line and balance. This isn't the only new bit of kit I've got. I've had a little bit of an upgrade to my sleep system. When I get to camp and I get set up, I'll show you everything then. I could use that building as a bit of shelter from the wind, but it is still quite breezy up there. And like I said, I don't want to be on the top of anywhere, getting blown about in the crisp packet, suffering all night, can't sleep because it's too windy, too noisy. That's some other dude on some other channel. Sometimes sleeping in a tent's hard enough, and I want to try and get the best night's sleep I possibly can tonight. So I'm going to make my way down to the bottom of the gill. I've seen from the top, there's definitely some flat grassy bits. I think we'll be good to find something down there, no problem at all. If not, I can always revert back to the shelter of the building. Right, well, she's up. Didn't take too much faffing around with that whatsoever. Only problem with this pitch, and it is a good pitch by the way, is I'll just take you inside. I'll just show you there. There's a nice big flat rock, so I think that's where my feet might go, or in fact I'll probably lay that way. But the pitch itself is definitely flat. And the time now is about 6:45. So I don't want to be messing around too long. I can't see there being too many people coming this way, although I'm a little bit closer to the footpath than I would have liked. But this is perfect. I'm just giggling to myself because it's absolutely spot on. And when that wind does blow through, it just comes in around about 5-10 miles an hour. It's nothing to get excited about, and I'm quite happy with where I've got pitched. So what I'm going to do, I'll get set up inside and then I'll show you some new kit. So I've just got nicely unpacked, and the first bit of kit I'm going to show you is my big Agnes Rapide SL sleeping pad. I've been looking at sleeping pads for a while. I really like my Thermarest, but the problem is I did make a mistake when I got it. I got it in the normal width. What I was after was something that was a little bit wider. And what I really liked about the big Agnes was that the tubing on either side was nice and wide, and it was slightly raised. So if I toss and turn in the night and roll over, I'm not going to roll off the sleeping pad. I've only inflated it at home, so I've never given it a road test before. It's slightly heavier than the Thermarest. I think it comes in at around about 700 grams, but I am getting slightly more pad for my buck. Comes with its own inflation sack that I won't be using tonight. And what I'm going to use to inflate it, if you watch my North York Roads video, you'll have seen I had a new piece of kit sent to me by Aerogogo, and it's the world's lightest inflatable pump. Weighs in at an ounce, which is around about 23-25 grams. And the beauty of this, it doesn't have its own battery. You run it off either your battery pack or your phone. That's exactly what I'm going to do now. And the other good thing with a pump, it comes with all the different range of accessories. So no matter what your pump is, you should find something in there in which to inflate your pad with. So I'm going to have a go at this now. Okay, so the big Agnes has a double valve. You've got an inflow and an outflow. And that just attaches in there. I'll bring my phone in. And you can see it's got 90% battery. I'll set the timer. There we go. As you can see, 2 minutes and it's almost fully inflated. That's superb. And if you fancy one of those Aerogogo pumps, I'll leave a link in my description below at the end of this video. In fact, I'm that impressed with the pump, I've even seen one guy on YouTube who's used it to inflate an inflatable raft. So they are pretty good. You see me there. So what I've paired it with is my Sea Summit Glow GW2 quilt. Do prefer a quilt. Sometimes I feel a little bit claustrophobic in a bag. This has got a comfort rating of 2 degrees. I think it's going to be more than enough tonight. But what I found when I was packing it into my new pack was that it was still quite bulky no matter how I stuffed it down. So if anyone's got any recommendations for a quilt for 3-season use that's a little bit lighter and a little bit less bulky than the Sea Summit, let me know in the comments below. I'm interested to hear from you because it's all about helping each other out. And the other thing I like to do is I like to give my sleeping pad a little bit more protection, so I always bring a little sleeping pad liner that I can chuck over the top and lay on that. So that's what I'll be doing tonight. But I'm really happy with that. I do like this quilt. It's got a toe box you can shape around the edge of your pad as well. I think I'm going to have a comfortable night's sleep, but I will report back in the morning and let you know how I've got on. So the other piece of kit that you've had a little bit of a flavour of already is my atompacks Pulse 50. Only came the other day, so excited to use it. I have to say one of the first things that impressed me was its build quality straight out of the box. Now you can go onto the Atompacks website and you can buy some ones that are already made. This is custom built, and the amount of choice that you get in relation to colours and features is absolutely second to none. And as usual, I haven't gone for any gaudy colours. I just wanted to show you some features. This isn't a review. I'm not sponsored by Atompacks. God, I wish I was. Talk about YouTube goals. But I just wanted to show you a few little things and bits and pieces that it has. So if you were considering one, you can see that Jace has got one and you can make your own mind up. But there's no lid, it's just a roll top. And that clips together with some studs. That rolls over nicely and clipped that together there. You can secure it with this Y strap. So there's a nice big pocket at the front, nice big stretchy pocket. 2 very generous side pockets as well. I put my trekking poles in there, my Catadin B3 water filter. In the other pocket, I put my sleeping pad. To be fair, that could have gone inside. And if I just turn it around for you, you can see that on the straps, I've gone for 2 pockets on either side. So I put my water in there, my Nalgene bottle fits in nicely, nice and stretchy. You could fit a phone in there if you needed to, any snacks and that type of thing. Now I ordered 2 pockets for the hip belt. These are really, really generous pockets. Got some electronics in that one and all my valuables and stuff in the other one as well. I think on first glance what I would have liked to see in one of these pockets is some sort of internal clip so you can clip keys on and stuff like that, just in case you should lose them, of course. But it is pretty nifty. It feels comfortable on. That said, I haven't done many miles in it. It does come with a frame in the back that you can take out. I've left it in for now, and I guess if you take that out you could lose a few grams if you were that way inclined. But the bag's light enough as it is already. I just can't wait to get it out on some new adventures. The other thing that I got was this avocado pocket. I mean, you can put what fruit in it, whatever you want. I've just put my spare socks in that because I forgot them before I came out. It was the last thing I packed. I didn't want to go back into the pack. And because there's no internal compartments, you just have to stuff everything in. I think if the weather's inclement, you're going to get wet. You can use one of those nylon rucksack liners that are really light They're really handy to have. I haven't used that tonight because there's no rain that's expected, and if I do get any rain in the morning, well, it's no biggie because I've only got a couple of miles to walk out back to the car. Now, I've only bought minimal spare clothing with me tonight because it's going to be really warm and I didn't want to overheat. Using a 65 litre sack, what I find is that I always overpack. I always take more than I need, and there's plenty of stuff that I bring that I never use. And using a smaller pack has forced me to reconsider exactly what I bring with me on these overnight camps. You don't need much really. Oh, that's the other thing as well. If you have a look at the bottom of the sack, the little pocket at the bottom, and I've put my rain jacket in that. Not that I think I'm going to use it, but you never know. When I get up in the morning, it might be a little bit chilly for the walkout. Now, there is a school of thought that says you can use one of those plastic bag liners, stuff everything in there, and you can save extra weight by not bringing dry sacks. But I actually like them because what I can find is that I know exactly where all my kit is and I can lay my hands on it all at once. And you know, I'm particularly fussy about a tidy camp. Right, well, now that sun's gone down, I'm just going to get tidied up a little bit and then I'm going to get some food on. So let me talk you through dinner. As a snack, I've got some jerky. I think I'll save that for later on. For my main course, I've got some Uncle Ben's chili non carne, and I had something similar before on my last camp and I really enjoyed it. And the thing that was missing was some tacos. So I went and got myself a packet of mini tortillas, which I brought in there. I wasn't going to bring the full pack because I probably would have eaten a lot. So they've been kept nice and fresh in this fire pot pack there, so I can heat those up. I've got a grenade bar, I've got some hot chocolate and hippie teas that I think I'll get into straight away, and that should see me right because in the morning I've got some porridge, I've got abundance of water. I might as well have as many brews as I possibly can. All the skill will be able to do this without burning my fingers. Make sure it doesn't squeeze out everywhere. Superb. Just spicy enough, but not too spicy. That's fantastic. Let me smash this and then I'll bring you back a little bit later. Right, it's coming up to 8:30. Got myself hot chocolate. I don't think it's going to get dark till at least 10 o'clock. Right, well, it's now 11 o'clock and I've been asleep for a little while. Can't remember what time I fell asleep, but I kid you not, this big Agnes Rapida Cell sleeping pad is something else. It really is comfy. It's almost like sleeping on a proper mattress. Anyway, I don't know what happened, but I think with having the trickling water outside, it's quite mesmeric. And that white noise just helped me drop off straight away. So I must have needed it. Just brilliant. What a camp. What a camp. Right, I'll see you in the morning. Right, good morning. It's just short of 6 o'clock. I have had the best night's sleep. The big Agnes mat is absolutely brilliant. Slept so well. I woke up about 3:30. It was starting to get light. I had a little look around, but there wasn't much going on. And it looks as if the sun's not going to appear this morning either. It's quite clagged in. It's pretty cloudy, so no big news this morning. I'm going to enjoy my breakfast though. So before I forget, if you've enjoyed the video, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you think, particularly about my new pieces of kit, or if you've got any recommendations for a sleeping quilt. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe. All that interaction helps with the algorithm and helps the channel grow, reach more people. I do appreciate it. Well, it's not yet 7 o'clock. Packed up nicely, got away, and just gone through the old mine workings there. Can just start to feel a little bit of moisture in the air. So probably got around about 40 minutes to get back to the car. Right, well, I think I'll wrap it up here. I've had an absolutely superb time. What I really appreciated was a good night's sleep, some good food, and just the chance to appreciate the landscape. Last 2 or 3 times just feel like just trying to rush through it. And you know when you get tired and you don't quite take in all your surroundings. And as the temperature's dipped, it's even making the walk out really pleasant. So once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one. Love you lots.